In 1897, British troops marched into a thriving African kingdom, not to make peace, not to trade, but to destroy. They left with thousands of priceless bronzes, burned down royal palaces, and brought centuries of heritage to its knees. This is not just a story of colonial violence, it's the story of a magnificent empire, Benin, whose voice is only now being heard again. Centuries before European ships docked on West Africa's shores, the Benin Kingdom was already a powerhouse of governance, art, and spirituality. Located in present-day Edo State, Nigeria, the Kingdom of Benin was founded around the 11th century, ruled by the Oba, the divine king, believed to be a direct descendant of the gods. Under Obas like Iwa the Great, the city flourished. Massive earthworks encircled Benin City, more than 16,000 kilometers of walls, some say even longer than the Great Wall of China. The city was orderly with wide straight streets. Portuguese traders in the 15th century were shocked by its cleanliness, organization, and grandeur. But what made Benin truly legendary was its art, intricately cast in bronze and brass. The Benin Bronzes depicted kings, warriors, ceremonies, even foreign visitors. They weren't just decoration, they were archives, visual records of the kingdom's legacy, preserved in metal. The Oba's palace was more than a royal home. It was a political, spiritual, and artistic center. Artisans known as the Yigun Eronmon worked within palace walls. Guilds were strictly regulated. Only certain families could cast bronze, carve ivory, or weave royal cloth. Festivals like the Yig honored ancestors and gods. The Oba wasn't just ruler, he was a divine intermediary. To defy him was to defy the heavens. But by the 1800s, a different kind of power was rising, the British Empire, and it wanted control over trade. Britain's thirst for palm oil, ivory, and rubber led to pressure on African kingdoms. Benin resisted. The Oba refused to sign unfair treaties. He controlled trade routes and demanded respect. So the British devised a plan. In January 1897, Acting Consul James Phillips led a diplomatic mission to Benin, knowing full well the Oba had asked for a delay due to ongoing religious ceremonies. But the delegation marched anyway. As they entered Benin territory, they were ambushed by Edo warriors. Most of the British men were killed. What followed was not diplomacy, it was revenge. In February 1897, Britain launched the Benin Punitive Expedition. Over 1,200 troops, led by Admiral Sahari Rawson, were sent with one goal: punish the Oba and take Benin. The troops met little resistance. They torched the city, executed chiefs, looted the Oba's palace, and carted away more than 4,000 royal treasures. The Oba, Ovon Ramwe Nogbaisi, was later captured and exiled to Calabar. He died in 1914, far from his people, far from his throne, but his legacy lived on in every piece that was stolen. The bronzes were auctioned off to museums and collectors around the world. Today they sit in the British Museum, the Louvre, the Met, and over 160 institutions. Many of these museums claim the bronzes are world heritage, but they weren't given to the world. They were stolen. For decades, Nigeria has demanded their return. Only recently, a few institutions, mostly in Germany and France, have started repatriating these artifacts. Now, a new dawn rises in Benin. The Edo Museum of West African Art is being built to house returning pieces and celebrate what was never truly lost, the spirit of Benin. The conversation is shifting. Around the world, voices are rising to say repatriation isn't optional, it's justice. Benin's story isn't just African history, it's human history, and it deserves to be told. What do you think? Should the world's museums return looted treasures to their rightful homes? Share your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more powerful stories from the story keeper. Because history remembers those who tell it.